Hi, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Inspired to do several readings, and yesterday we had some severe weather in my area with wind, and I lost Wi-Fi for quite a while, so I wasn't able to upload my video from yesterday until this morning. So I did upload that, but you know, this week was a little bit busy, so there are a few pieces that I want to read by Jason Gray, and I'm hoping to get caught up on those this weekend, but if not, that's okay. We'll see how we do. So for this one, I am going to read something that speaks to me so deeply because it literally changed my life when I got quiet enough with myself to listen and understand how important this is. It is life altering. So this is Your Nervous System is the Real Decision Maker by Jason Gray. 1/15/2026, 6025 Analusis, 1311 GMT -6, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Many people believe they make choices consciously. They believe decisions come from logic, intelligence, values, intention, and willpower. This belief is reassuring. It is largely untrue. Your mind explains afterward. This is not philosophy. It is physiology. Before a thought completes itself, before language forms, before reason enters the room, the body has already scanned the moment and rendered a verdict. Is this safe? Is this familiar? Is this survivable? Only after that verdict does the mind step in to narrate the choice. This is why people repeat patterns they swear they want to escape. This is why insight does not equal change. This is why knowing better so often changes nothing at all. The nervous system does not prioritize truth. It prioritizes predictability, and predictability is often mistaken for safety. If chaos was familiar, calm feels dangerous. If neglect was normal, attention feels intrusive. If attention was home, peace feels empty. If control was survival, surrender feels like death. So the body resists what the mind says it wants. This creates the quiet internal war most people live inside. They say they want connection, but their chest tightens when intimacy appears. They say they want freedom, but their stomach knots when structure dissolves. They say they want truth, but their breath shortens when illusion cracks, so they hesitate, they delay, they sabotage, they retreat. Not because they are weak, not because they lack discipline, but because their nervous system is protecting them from the unknown. The body does not care about your ideals. It cares about survival memory, and survival memory is not logical. It is patterned. This is why self-improvement so often fails. Most self-improvement speaks only to the mind. Affirmations talk to thought. Plans talk to logic. Goals talk to aspiration. Motivation talks to emotion, but behavior answers to the body. You cannot outthink a nervous system that does not feel safe. You cannot argue a pattern out of existence. You cannot will yourself past a physiological boundary. This is why forcing change rarely works. Force teaches the nervous system that change equals danger. Danger increases vigilance. Vigilance tightens patterns. The harder you push, the more the body resists. This is also why sudden breakthroughs often collapse. The mind leaps forward. The nervous system lags behind. The system snaps back to what it knows. This is not failure. It is timing. Real change feels somatic before it feels intellectual. It begins as a subtle settling, a deeper breath, a loosening of the jaw, a moment where vigilance drops and nothing bad happens. That moment teaches the body something revolutionary. I can stay here. Safety enters through repetition, not insight. This is why gentle consistency works, not because it is easy, but because it is convincing. Each repetition whispers to the nervous system, this state does not kill me. Slowly, trust forms, and once safety is present in the body, choice becomes real. Until then, every decision is constrained. People think they are choosing poorly. In truth, they are choosing within the limits of what feels survivable. This reframes everything. You are not failing when you revert. You are not lazy when you stall. You are not broken when you freeze. Your nervous system is asking a single question over and over. Can I live here without danger? Change begins when you answer that question through experience, not argument. Not with pressure, not with shame, not with urgency, but with embodied proof, repeated safety, honest pacing, stable presence. This is why the deepest transformations look almost boring from the outside. No fireworks, no declarations, no dramatic reinvention. Just a steady sense of, I am still here and nothing bad is happening. From this place, action becomes clean. Decisions stop requiring force. Boundaries stop requiring explanation. Movement stops requiring urgency. You are no longer dragging yourself forward. You are walking with your whole system. This is the difference between effort and alignment. Effort fights the body. Alignment brings it along. Your nervous system is not the enemy of growth. It is the gatekeeper. And once it trusts the path, everything you have been trying to decide decides itself. Real change begins when the body feels safe enough to choose. Jason Gray. So what was going on with me at the time when he wrote that, when was that? Turn my iPad back on. This was the beginning of this year, I believe, January 15th. So just about a month before that, what happened was I didn't know if I was going to talk about this or not. I had a over 20-year addiction to caffeine. And it seems silly in a sense that's that even to say that I was that addicted, but for over 20 years, that was like what I ran on. And it was so ingrained in my everyday, like I just didn't go a day without coffee with, unless I was sick or, unless there was some, extenuating circumstance or something. So there was a day where I had so much coffee that I literally felt like I was going to explode. I went completely outside of myself that day. And finally, because of that though, my body said, no more. Absolutely no more. If you don't focus on your nervous system and healing this, you're not going to do the things you need to do in life. You're just not. And it wasn't until I went through that experience and then read some of what Jason has written about your nervous system. It literally is what provides the signal for everything. If you can't get to ground zero with calming your nervous system, you can't hear what the messages are from your body as clearly as you need to. I can't stress that enough. So what I did was I stopped drinking caffeine. And it was so strange because even though I had been drinking it for over 20 years and drinking that much, and I'm talking anywhere from 3 to 6 cups of coffee a day, like it was, I still laugh thinking that, I don't know if that's a real problem or not. I have no idea. So anyway, I started cutting back and I was able to switch to 100% decaf within just a few days without any headaches or withdrawal or symptoms whatsoever. And I don't know, that's why I don't know how bad the addiction was or if it was more behavioral. But the point was it was frying out my nervous system so badly. And this was even after talking with a friend of mine who's an Ayurveda practitioner, and she had, seen me as a client. And Ayurveda practitioners do the most intensive evaluation of your system of any practitioner I've ever been to. And she said, Julie, you need to heal your nervous system. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I was in a marriage at the time that I couldn't get out of. And there were only certain things that I was willing to do at that time. And the word, is willing. So I put the coffee addiction on the back burner for years still after that. So until though I was able to eliminate the caffeine, I wasn't able to get still enough or quiet enough within myself to really start hearing my body and like sensing what it was saying to me. And it was, it's a lot more vocal than we understand it is. And now I'm at the point with it where it's been a few months since I quit drinking caffeine. Now I'm at the point with it where if something comes up, it's almost like I can't even bypass it anymore. Like something within me says, no, you're not doing this anymore. And that's just how it's going to be. and it can't fake it, you know. That's, my dog's here. She's kind of noisy. But that's what this embodiment is, and what these, you know, this awakening process is. So if you can get to the point where you can calm your nervous system so much that you can actually hear what your body is saying to you and what is meant for you, then things do become a lot more clear. So that was just something I wanted to share. And we'll see. I have a few more readings I want to do, though. I've been very inspired to do reading today. There's another one that I do want to add some dialogue to as well. So we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.